Okay, so my name is Karel de Witte. I'm a consultant at Magnolia. And today I want to talk about what we do at services a little bit. So starting from the press use case, we'll show how we can provide to you solutions with Magnolia. So simply what does that mean? It means that sometimes Magnolia alone is not enough. You have modules, you have connectors, you have a lot of different things that are connected to Magnolia in order to provide more capability. And at services, we can provide you some sort of blueprint that will give you indications on how different blocks can work together in order to answer certain problems. So, the press use case. Some of the requirements of a press use case are that there are many entry points. You want to have template, independent editing, aggregate corporate assets, and you want to delegate publication responsibility. Those entry points can be messaging, Twitter, Facebook, email, SMS, basically everything that can send texts from journalists on the field or reporters on the field, can send texts or images or videos or whatever into the system. You want to have template independent editing because most often those reporters or people that don't write, that write the content, they don't want to take care about the styling, they don't want to write into pages, they don't want to place the content into the Pages app because it's not their job. They want to search and aggregate, so they most often have millions of corporate assets, pictures, videos, whatever, pieces of text that are already written, prepared for them. They want no author publication downtime, so this is very important for them. And it's the same for, it comes back to the publication delegation. So they always want to publish. So often it's easier for them to don't put any trust into Magnolia for publishing. So they want to delegate this publishing to another system. And we will see how we can solve this. So they want polling they don't want polling, sorry. Polling is not adapted. They need to have push. It means that they want to push pieces of content into the system. The system should not retrieve them from different places. And it scales as well much better this way. They want a content pool, they want a newsroom. They want external search engine integrated into Admin Central. So they want to be able to have facets on their content, to be able to search in different repositories, etc., different external repositories. And they probably need asynchronous queued publication. So they just don't care what is done after they publish, they just want to be able to publish. So it has to be asynchronous. Another system has to take care about the responsibility of publishing. Websites today, they're no longer, especially news websites, they're no longer just pages, so static content, etc. They're more streams, in fact, streams of different content items coming in, being enriched, aggregated, and then just are pushed back to the internet, where again they're recycled and enriched and reused, etc. So can we solve this with a standard Magnolia instance? In fact, no. We need to integrate with external middleware and we need to provide a solution. So we need to provide all the building blocks that you need. So what is a solution for Magnolia? So an IT as a solution is a a combination of hardware and software components to resolve a specific problem. It's not project specific. It means that we provide you services, a solution to partners, customers, but you will have to adapt this solution to your project or to the project of the customer. We just tell you how all the pieces can work together in order to answer a certain problematic. So basically, it's building blocks with glue, for those who saw the movie. More seriously, what is the goal? It's to provide customers and partners a combination of building blocks. So it can be internal software, so it can be Magnolia created software, it can be external, it can be middleware. And the blocks can be modules, but it can also be something else. Okay? So we don't want to bound to modules or to anything like this. So let's take a concrete example of some of the things that exist today. So we will take the content indexer module, we will take the app framework, and we will take the RabbitMQ integration that was developed recently. So what can we do with those 3 building blocks? What type of problematic can we solve with those 3 building blocks? Okay. So we can do real-time buffered pushing and routing. Okay, so this answers the push problematic, means that from social, private, streams, whatever, if you have the RabbitMQ integration, you can push all those content to the RabbitMQ, to different queues, and you can take them. The RabbitMQ is really nice because it offers the whole AMQP implementation for free. And so the whole traffic is smoothened, in fact. So you can just take gradually the stuff that you need. And you can do a lot more. You can do routing there. You can do whatever you want, priority-based things. And you just consume it and push it into your workspace, or push it there where you need it. You can do range searching, faceted searching, content aggregation. So this is already something that is used by a lot of customers. It's the Solar integration, okay, using the content indexer module. And what is really cool with the content indexer module is that it's let's say it's search engine agnostic or service agnostic. It means that it's just a module that will register event listeners on the JCR and that will just push things wherever you need it. And you can implement your own service there. You can do delegated, prioritized publication and linear public scaling. So this is as well nice because currently Magnolia doesn't really has this. So again, with the RabbitMQ, you can just publish. So the author will just publish. It will be stacked in RabbitMQ. And then you can just connect your public instances and they will start consuming the content. Okay, if you want another public instance, you can clone the previous one and just connect to another queue, just make available another queue, and the content will get duplicated at the RabbitMQ. What this means is that you don't have any impact on the author performance, because the author performance doesn't know about the different public instances. It's RabbitMQ who deals with this. Okay? And you can do some partial author clustering. It means that some of the things that, for instance, the workspace of a specific content app, the events, some stuff like this can be repeated to the different other authors, which is useful if you have, for instance, if you want to make available another author for an external entity, and you want to replicate this data or to synchronize this data with you, but you want to have it fast and you want to have it event-based. So what is still missing? So we have some blocks, we don't have all the glue yet. So this could be performed by orchestration and virtualization techniques. This was the call before, the talk before, sorry. The whole could be a blueprint or plan telling you to assemble it, or why not a module that will just take all those things and put it together and just configure everything for you. So how are things delivered? So the components will be available on Forge. There is no support on them. The solutions will be delivered by services, so we will provide support on them. And if the components are used by, I don't know, more than n customer, as it was the case with the Solar Search implementation, and the content indexer, they will be migrated to the product. So back to our press use case. So this is this is a very simplified scheme of what is a press publication website. They get stuff in, they want to search, to aggregate, to create content, and they just push stuff back out. Okay, so we can, with those building blocks, we can create something more complex. And this is the demo I would like to show you. Okay? So I created a little demo. And basically you can first have to activate the Twitter listener, let's say. So it's just a little fetcher that listens to Twitter stream. Is it working? Okay. So it's fetching tweets in real time. And it's pushing them to the RabbitMQ. Just come back to the slide. If I find them here. So you can use those hashtags to push things to the system, and you can use as well the hashtag. If you use the hashtag Magnolia_task, you can create actually a task in the pulse in Magnolia. Okay, so we will see if it works. So I hope it works. It's a bit a risky demo, but. So, nothing yet. But I will briefly show you that it is actually putting stuff there. So, you can see this is the configuration. Based on the configuration in Magnolia, I created those streams, those RabbitMQs queues. So. And I have one for Twitter, okay, that is being filled up, and you see that I have one task, okay, and I have one for publication. Those are called exchanges in RabbitMQ, okay. So for the moment, the news tweets, they're still in they're not consumed yet because I didn't activate the consumer yet. As you can see, they're connected to nothing here. They're not connected. While those others here, public instances, they look like they're gone as well, but that's okay. So we will restart the client. I think, yeah, I have to enable it. So normally this should connect the consumer definitions that are enabled in here. So you see that the news consumer is not enabled, the task consumer is enabled, and the normal regular tweet consumer is enabled as well. So I see I have a task. I don't know who sent it, but thank you. So if I based on this task, so what I could do is, the goal here is somebody wants to create, has a headline or has some important information. And what he wants to do is he wants immediately to alert the group of journalists that are behind the scenes and asking them to create an article on this. So there is somebody in the field and he doesn't want to lose time. He really wants to have the fastest time to market as possible. Okay? Or time to publication, or I don't know how we can call it. So when I click on start, I have my object in the content pool that is created, and I can start writing and aggregating the content. Okay, so I can search into the different repositories here, and I can search in Twitter as well. So those are all before the repository was empty there. Okay, this is all the stuff that I decided based on hashtags to put there. It's just basically to have some text and images that are relevant. So I can look if I find something with Magnolia photo. So I don't know if somebody took a picture, but nothing, so okay. Doesn't matter, but I can look for MCOM 15 as well. Nobody tweeted something about this as well. It's not important. I can have my facets. So this is Solar, who is directly integrated into the admin central, and it's not so nice yet, but you see it works. So basically, I have all the hashtags that are used as facets and pushed into Solar. Okay, so I can select something, hopefully with images. So let's see, maybe Iran, yes. Okay. Then I can add some image here. I can select the date that I want it to be published. And this is the, oops, I have to create a target site. Don't think it will work. Yeah. So something that I didn't saw, because my stuff is empty here, so I'll just create test site. I think it's this. So I go back to my newsroom. Okay, I have my test site available, so again, I'll take my image because it wasn't saved. Okay. Select the dates and test site, save, check if my thing is here, okay, and then I can just publish. So I created a little article, okay, based on some input that came in from somebody. And normally it should have created this site here that was done by Lars Fischer. So it created a little article and a little heading here. Of course, I have to add a content list. Save changes. Okay. So what happens now when I publish? So the publication system was rewritten again, or I rewrote it in. I replaced the activation mechanism, standard activation mechanism, by the RabbitMQ based one. So I just published including subpages, and the good thing about this, I mean, I should have tested this more. Normally it should have pushed everything to the RabbitMQ into the public instances here. But obviously there was something wrong, so I cannot complete this demo. So I hope that you saw what we can provide with Magnolia, that we can provide more complex solutions than just having standard Magnolia with modules, etc., and using the standard functionality, but that we can provide you more and that we can answer all your needs, in fact, based on bringing in those middleware that will do the Magnolia stuff better. Okay, then, thank you very much for assisting this talk.